This is Mobiltros, your cable station catering to both English and Dutch-speaking Mobians from around Mobius and the United States of America. Foghorn Leghorn's Chicken Shack, one of the most delicious chicken restaurants to date, is tonight's sponsorship for the Jeopardy Masters Challenge. A challenge for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jeopardy Masters Challenge! Here are the three contestants for today's competition. He was once an engineer before becoming Mobius' supreme computer technician. Representing his hometown of Leuven, Belgium, Europe, here is Hans-Dirk Wasserbleben! An author and speed enthusiast of his own velocity. Representing the South Islands in Mobius, here is Sonic the Hedgehog. And finally, the mysterious entity willing to give his rival a run for his money. Representing Death Valley, California in the United States of America, here is Shadow the Hedgehog. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the host of the Jeopardy Masters Challenge, Miles Tails Prower! Oh, talk about an enthusiastic crowd today, huh? I thank you very much for your kind gesture, and on behalf of Fate Productions and Horror Television Distributions, I welcome you all to a new variety of Jeopardy, where a champion can try to win 5 times without losing a game to play for the ultimate finale for a chance at 50 million rings, with some crazy ideas to make the series more interesting. Now, you might have noticed that we have some of our contestants back from the previous competition that was abruptly canceled due to my sabbatical, but it was only fair for us all to bring them back and experience a much challenging Jeopardy series. I'll discuss that in just a moment or two after I have a small chat with today's 3 contestants. Starting on the far left is Hans Wasserbleben, also known as Derek, a master technician from Leuven in the Flemish region of Belgium. Well, technically speaking, you have risen up to a master computer technician for a local robotics company near Mont Blanc, which is in Mobius' Wallonian district. Am I correct?
Yes, I am currently working in Mont Blanc with the robotics company where we're implementing some form of AI to have the robots be used as like some form of translators, since Mobius have less than 2% of translators due to the fact that this is a very expensive chore for these translators to handle, and we don't want to burden the people, especially His Royal Majesty.
I see, because one translator will be given a stipend of nearly 2 golden emeralds a month, equivalent to more than 200,000 rings monthly. 10 golden emeralds is too much as a maximum payout for these translators, yet they get treated like crud.
Yes, and we're trying our best to ease the burden of the translators without the hassle to lose a lot of money.
Gotcha. And with that, I want to wish you luck on your journey to becoming a Masters champion. Good luck to you, Derek.
I'll do my best.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh boy, I remember you reclaiming your dignity after that flap years ago that you got scorned hard. But from your first game that you won, it changed for the better. How's it going so far?
Just being my own self, quiet, relaxed, but also not knowing when to stop being the fast thing alive, pun intended. And at least I got to research a lot of things when I'm not looking around for floating rings or chaos emeralds, just living a simple life.
I figured. Now, on your previous outing, what was your winning total when you won your first game against Derek and Sophia from Greece?
That would be 142,000 rings.
Gotcha. I still remember you writing your book about your strategies, and hopefully it'll be even more successful if you become the Masters champion. I wish for your success. I'll make it quick because I know how Shadow the Hedgehog is. Brash, inoculant, and stubborn serious. He did win 204,000 rings after a close squeaker with Dynamite Beam from Game 3, so no need for a chat with him. And ladies and gentlemen, these are your 3 contestants tonight. Now, before we play the game, I'll discuss the rules of the competition. We are playing with a round-robin format with a maximum of 4 rounds, 3 Jeopardy rounds, and a final. Whoever wins today's competition will become champion and continues on defending the title. Now, here are some consequences. If the champion loses the next contest, the champion must restart from scratch and forfeit half of the winnings. If the champion wins 5 games in a row, the champion is placed in a spot for the grand finale for a 3-day competition to win the maximum jackpot of 50 million rings. Now, here are some things to consider. As champion, you get to have the opportunity to keep the runner-up in competition or let him or her sit out for just a game without penalty. Third place, however, you must sit out for 1 week to continue being eligible, but you will receive a strike. 3 strikes, and it's goodbye to that chance for the money, but a consolation prize will be in order. And as always, players, make sure your responses are in a form of a question. Beware of that Jeopardy. And with that said, let's begin the first round of Jeopardy with these 6 categories. Mountains by countries, sea creatures, ships, Polywana cracker, historical weaponry, and finally, spinning the global wheel. Our first round has a daily double, and to make it more interesting, I'm going to place a trap called a betting war, where all 3 of you will be asked how much you want to bet in the category that will be hidden. Hard to handle, but higher the stakes. Let's shuffle it. Alright, the trap is set, so let's see how it goes. Shadow, since you have the highest winnings, you get to start off first. Good luck, players. Here we go.
Time to show these fakes who's boss. Sea creatures for 1,000.
First answer is, one of these types of fish is known as the anemone fish, which was also the design for a popular Disney film. Derek.
What's a clownfish?
Yes, you drew first blood with 1,000 rings. Go again.
Okay. Sea creatures, 2,000.
One of the largest living reptiles of the estuaries of Australia and Southeast Asia. The largest was at 20 feet 3 inches, weighing in at 1 ton 370 pounds, that was caught in Agusan del Sur in the Philippines on September of 2011. Shadow.
What's a crocodile?
Deadly creature, though. 2,000 for you. Keep going.
Drop a notch on the same category.
Sea creatures for 3,000. A stubby big mouth fish where many of them can change to different genders, which is a rare commodity in the seas. Shadow again.
What's a grouper?
Right.
Again, drop a notch.
Sea creatures 4,000. As tiny like a shrimp, this crustacean is mostly food for the penguins to sustain themselves as part of their diet. Derek.
What is krill?
Yeah.
Sea creatures for 5,000.
Final clue on that column. Known as poriferae since they only rely on the open pores to sustain food, oxygen, and to remove waste. Sonic.
What is a sponge?
Yes, sir, and welcome aboard, Sonic. Keep going.
Thanks. Mountains by countries for 1,000.
First mountain is situated within the borders of China and Nepal. Sonic.
What's Mount Everest?
Correct.
Mountains 2,000.
Second mountain is situated within Pakistan and China. Derek.
What is Mount Godwin Austen?
Yes, it's another name for K2. You're correct.
Alright. Mountains by countries, 3,000.
Anybody knows one from Japan? Shadow?
What is Mount Fuji?
Yes.
Another one 4.
Let's head over to Tanzania. Sonic.
What is Mount Kilimanjaro?
Correct.
Last one for 5.
Last mountain is in Siberia. Uh-oh. No takers? Oh, that one was iffy. The Urai Mountains. Sonic, go ahead and pick another.
Global wheel for 1,000.
Despite the low amounts of this country's Rhoda Impion, usually the ranges were from 50 to the maximum of 1,000 ringgits. Derek?
What is Indonesia?
Nay. Sonic?
What's Malaysia?
Yes.
Same category for 2.
This country's La Reta de la Suerte, formerly Fortuna, Allows you to get 1,000 euros in face value on that wedge that has two 1/3 bankrupts if you land on it dead center. Shadow?
What is Peru?
Incorrect. Sonic again.
What's Spain?
Oh man, I forgot their version uses the soul.
Yeah, too little too late, Shadow. Sonic, keep going.
3,000 for the wheel.
Onimpira in this country once was filmed inside a cruise ship. Derek?
What's Estonia?
That's Oniratas, Derek. Sorry. Sonic again.
What's Finland?
Yes.
Same category for 4.
If you see this country's La Rota della Fortuna's wheel in the early years before the euro, their values were from 100 to 1,000 or 100,000 to 1 million liras due to its length. Sonic.
What is Italy?
Yes, and before you pick your next clue, let me explain something, and this is crucial. You have 4 consecutive correct responses on the category spinning the global wheel. If you choose to go for it and answer the 5th clue correctly, I will offer you a golden emerald worth 10,000 rings. I'll explain it towards the end of the 3 rounds if you get it.
Well, then let's go for it for 5.
Well, I hate to say it, but you must earn on this one a daily double.
Ooh, boy.
Boy, indeed, Sonic. Right now, you have 20,000 rings, a 14,000 ring lead over your rival Shadow. How much are you going to bet?
I'll make it hard for him to catch up. Everything on the table.
Risky challenge here, Sonic. All right, good luck to you. On the category spinning the global wheel, nothing or 40,000 rings and a golden emerald up for grabs. Here's your clue. Serenchekrik, Kolezeshtatstia, and Gruxrad of these respective countries shared the same backdrops, wheel, and puzzle board, which were very colorful in the early 1990s.
What are Hungary, Slovakia, and Germany?
Affirmative. And with that, you have swept the category without fault and received a golden emerald worth 10,000 rings. Right now, all clues are still in play, including the betting war, and it's still your turn to select.
Historical weaponry 1,000.
As a nastier cousin to the mace, this weapon has a spiked ball where it's mostly used to strike any parts of the body to immobilize and bloody their foe. Oh, by the way, don't mistake a weapon to a misunderstood title to a deity. Derek.
What's the Morning Star?
Ja, heel goed. Ga je gang.
2,000 weaponry.
Considered as a form of art, the Okinawan weapon can be used as a wooden or metal weapon with blades or razors to do some heavy damage. Derek.
What are nunchucks?
Correct.
Okay. Same category, 3,000.
As a common farming tool, it can be used to slash or even eviscerate the enemy in a horrific way. Shadow.
What's a scythe?
Right.
Let's slice up that category for 4,000.
Shadow, watch your puns. Mistaken as a glaive, this weapon is thrown like a frisbee, but with devastating results. It has blades on each side and was used by Sikh warriors in the early years of India. It would be the chakram. Shadow, go again.
End it.
Final clue in historical weaponry. As a flaw, this weapon for Europe, a predecessor to the shotgun, has a flared muzzle that can cause a spread shot, resulting in mostly shrapnel wounds than death. Derek?
What's a blunderbuss?
You're picking up the pace, Derek. Keep it up.
Ships, 1,000.
A tragedy occurred on December 7, 1941, when this American battleship sunk during World War II at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Shadow.
What is the USS Arizona?
Affirmative.
2,000 ships.
This ship was notable for carrying Charles Darwin all around the world, where, in this pic, was being repaired at the archipelago Tierra del Fuego, situated around Chile and Argentina. Sonic.
What's the Beagle?
Right.
Continue for 3.
As a whale ship from Nantucket, Massachusetts in the United States of America, where it was captained by George Pollitt Jr., it became an inspiration to the story of Moby Dick when it was sunk by a sperm whale in 1820. Derek?
What is the Essex?
Tick.
5,000 ships.
Change in strategy. Although it continued in action during the Korean War and in the Persian Gulf of 1991, on September 2nd of 1945, this ship, nicknamed the Mighty Mo, set sight in Tokyo Bay to have surrender documents signed aboard, ending World War II. Sonic.
What's the USS Missouri?
Correct.
Clear it.
Betting war. That trap got set there, and now you three must determine how much you want to bet on this fourth clue in ships. Shadow, since you're in third, you can start your bid.
All in.
Shadow calls all in. Derek?
Oh, no thank you.
Derek passes. Sonic?
I'm fine. Let Shadow handle it.
Your call then. Shadow, your score is 10,000 rings. It's either bust or an even 20,000 rings on this clue in ships. Here we go. As a pre-dreadnought, this famous battleship, named after a prince of the Russian Empire, was known for the crew's rebellion against the officers in June of 1905, viewing it as a first step towards the Russian Revolution of 1917.
What is the battleship? Potemkin.
That is affirmative. You got an even 20,000 rings, but still on track to take away Sonic's lead. We got one clue left with at least a minute to spare. Shadow, on you go.
Polly won a cracker 1,000.
Of the New World type of parrots, this is known to be very colorful from its plumage, mostly living in the rainforest around Central America. Derek.
What's a macaw?
Right.
Keep it down, 2,000.
Of the old world of parrots, this is best known for its extreme intelligence, where one parrot named Einstein was a pet participant on Animal Planet's Pet Star. Derek.
What's an African gray?
Yeah.
3,000.
Of the Rhemphastidae family of birds, they are most notable for its colorful big beak, and is the mascot for a popular fruity cereal. Follow your nose eventually. Shadow?
What's a toucan?
Indeed.
1 notch down.
As part of the Pogonulus genus in the family of the Libidae, they are mostly spread around Africa and are like fairy types as they are small. Some of them are speckled, western, and red-rumped. Shadow again.
What's a tinkerbird?
Yes, now the last clue. As part of the New World barbet of this genus, they're little pudgy birds with stubby, pale bills. Sonic.
What's a capito?
Correct. And with that last clue, we have completed our first round of Jeopardy as we check on the scores as of this point. Derek is in third at 17,000 rings, Shadow in second at 27,000 rings, while Sonic is currently in the lead at 52,000 rings. In just 3 minutes, Derek will begin Master Jeopardy as we will provide you with a break and some efforts for you to enjoy. Come back in a moment to witness Master Jeopardy.